Good evening. Welcome to the Farron Dozier Show on KCAA Radio, 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also streaming from the KCAA Radio.com website and MBRradio.us. We got to bless the show before we get started. Let's go. When I was in my mother's womb, I had a calling on my life to do something in the glory of God and marry it like a wife. Commit myself to his word and never be led astray. And when it's all over, when he comes, I'll be glad to see that day in the morning time. All right, good evening and welcome to the Farron Dozier Show on KCAA Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also, streaming from the KCAA Radio.com website, the station that leaves no listener behind. It's Sunday night, y'all. We here live in the studio. If you are in your car, just so happened, listening to us on the radio, and you got to get out of that vehicle, don't leave us. Grab your device, type in kcaradio.com, click listen live or watch live, or go to wherever you download your apps at, Apple or iOS, Android, get the app. That's right, KCA Radio has an app, so you can check us out over there, and then you can catch us from your device wherever you are all day long, right? So make sure you check out all the other shows here on the network. And again, make sure you check us out Sunday nights at 8 p.m. here on KCA Radio. Tonight, we're going to get right into it. I have a very impactful, always important show for you here on the radio on the Farron Dozier Show. So I'm waiting for Dr. Maisha. You can see her up here. She's going to be calling in. She is the trait doctor. The trait doctor, yes, she inherited that name from me. We met, like now 12 years ago or plus. She's a doctor. She's an MD. And, we were doing the sickle cell trait talks. And, even today, still a lot of doctors are not aware of the real impact of sickle cell trait as a carrier status. That's our part of the conversation, is the carrier status. Sickle cell disease and sickle cell trait have their own separate awareness, education, and preventions conversations. However, they do connect when it's a conversation about having two people with sickle cell trait or sickle cell trait and another red blood cell condition to then have a child. We call that genetic counseling. But a lot of couples didn't know they were trait carriers or had different types of red blood cell conditions and have had babies with sickle cell disease or sickle cell anemia. Not right or wrong, good or bad. We believe that, only God knows. Everybody's born for a reason. Everybody's born for a purpose. So if you have an affliction, as the Bible calls it, or a thorn, we all got something. We all going to end up dealing with something in our life. I don't think anyone escapes, something going on with our health, whether it's mental health, physically or mentally. We all deal with something if we tell the truth, right? And so not sometimes, but when you discover that you were born possibly for that conversation, that you could find your voice in that conversation and then share that to that community of people who need to hear you, right? And then the people who are not in that community that can learn from you. And I'm very grateful that that's how my life has turned out, because I thought it was over. However, I found this whole other community of people that have sickle cell trait, 300 million people plus. Then I also found a community of people that have rhabdomyolysis as well. So, I found my voice in a couple of conversations. Health and safety, public health, all are so important. I deal with arthritis. I deal with some mental health issues. So again, I could just go crawl in a hole and be woe is me. Sometimes I do feel like that. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I just lay in the bed and just kind of just like be with my experience. But then I'm reminded that, hey, you got a voice, man. And you can either suffer in it or find a way to live the rest of your life effectively, right? With a purpose and a passion and a gift, right? So I don't got it all figured out. I'm not the expert. I'm a patient advocate. However, I've done a lot of my work to be here in front of you on the radio to share my story and to help educate around these conversations, right? So it's very important. We haven't even, I mean, I've done a few things around um, arthritis. I've done a couple of events. I've done some talks um, with the Arthritis Foundation, but that's a whole nother world that I still haven't fully embraced. Oh, there's my caller. Although I'm in pain and I have the effects of arthritis, I really haven't went full force on that conversation. But I did do a video for the Arthritis Foundation as a veteran, encouraging veterans to go and take care of their bodies. You know, a lot of veterans come out of the service with some kind of a pain or some kind of health issue. So no one escapes it, as I said. I believe we have Dr. Maisha here, so let's bring her to the line. What's the count?
Hello.
What's up? How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you be?
Be good.
Good to hear. Thank you for, taking time out. I know you're a few hours ahead of us, but I just wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to wrap up this month of sickle cell trait or sickle cell awareness month, and our portion of it is the sickle cell trait, as I shared in the show in the beginning. I just wanted, give you the opportunity to if there were some key points that you wanted to share with the listeners. I sent you some information that I got from TikTok. I mean, I didn't really like TikTok, but it's actually becoming effective from the video of me speaking at the military base. So,
that makes sense. I've been thinking about that modality. We gotta do whatever gets the word out to people and helps them.
Yeah, I didn't like TikTok, but I put a couple videos up there, and that one has definitely got some traction. Slowly but surely, people are reading it, they listen to it, repost it, tag it, and ask questions about it. So or make comments.
Yeah, it's very important. We just saw another fallen sickle cell trait warrior again recently. Another athlete, and we just need to, it's important that we do whatever it takes to get the word out and bring light to the issues that are taking young people's lives for what we feel could potentially be prevented if we take action in a timely manner and get the word out. A lot of it is people don't even know, right? They don't even know that there's a risk in the first place, let alone how to avoid that risk and still enjoy their lives and reach their fullest potential. So we've been figuring that out, and we have some decent answers that seem to be working. We just got to get them to the people now.
Yes. We have discovered and been sharing some of our conversations very effectively amongst these sickle cell trait topics. So very grateful.
Yes, just reaching as many people as possible. I think we have a lot of effective means of dealing with these problems. It's just a matter of getting out to as many people fast enough as, before we see more tragedy. I know at this point, knowing that we have information and infrastructure in place to make a difference.
Yeah.
Every time I see that, my heart just squeezes,
I know, yeah.
So that's, I'm honored to be on this show because it's another opportunity to spread the word and let people know that there are resources, that this can be managed and handled. It doesn't have to be a death sentence. Trait does not have to be a death sentence. We know that there's increased risk of mortality from sickle cell SS, and that's been improving with lifespans expanding over, on a population level.
Right.
We're just now realizing, sickle cell trait can harm the kidney.
Yeah,
that finally came out. We knew that, but now they have published data and evidence and studies that confirm what we already knew, which makes it a little bit easier to advocate for change.
Yes.
And changing the mentality and say, hey, we can get out ahead of this.
Yes.
We don't have to be on a defensive. We can get on the offensive. And that's what you've been doing with the Veteran Show and all the work WDC is doing. And here we have some infrastructure now on the inscription side,
Yes.
to provide material support and change for patients that we didn't have before. It's relatively new office in place. So I'm just very excited that we can really go that next step and add another level to what we've already been doing.
Yeah.
You've been out here that I know of for almost 20 years.
15 for me, just, chopping at it. And I appreciate, pointing that out because, what that conversation did for me as well is it also validates the rhabdomyolysis conversation, right? And so those two, I mean, that's my experience of sickle cell trait with the rhabdomyolysis. And so,
And that's rhabdomyolysis is part of why it affects the kidneys and part of
yeah,
why it contributes to earlier onset of end-stage renal disease, especially in African American patients
yeah,
who could have. It's very common to have the APOL1 gene, which contributes to high blood pressure and has a negative impact on end-stage renal disease occurring more, sooner in
yeah,
life. When you add that to any cause of rhabdomyolysis, and sickle cell trait is a very prominent cause of that. So it kind of is all coming together now, right?
yeah.
And we can really make a difference for a lot of people.
Yeah, I want to shout out Dr. O'Connor from the
Yes,
military college, medical college, who, man, meeting him has been nothing but a blessing as well. He's doing everything he can on that military side and that athletic side. He was a part of that study with the rhabdomyolysis overseas in the UK when they put that together. He was a part of that conversation. They just published a
that's
couple of documents around the Army and the military focusing on the rhabdomyolysis because of the risk factors that can come with that. And when I saw the physical fitness test changed, they every so often they redo the military exercise test, right? Well, this
right.
time they changed it completely to like I forgot how many different exercises, and oh my gosh, I was looking at all those different exercises, and I'm like, that looks like that would cause rhabdo, you know, for somebody who's not prepared.
Correct.
And it's like, and so I sent him
Exactly.
an email. I was like, hey, does this look like, it could cause more issues? And he was like, well, it is gonna help them be prepared. So, and then he sent me those links
Nice.
to the stuff. So, yeah, so these are new exercises. They got 3 repetitive maximum deadlifts. They got
Mm.
standing power throw. They got a hand release push up. They have a sprint drag carry, a plank, and then the 2 mile run. Those are the 6 events.
But see, that sounds like less than before.
That's more. We did push ups, sit ups, and 2 mile run.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's more.
That's more, and they go back to back to back to back. And I was looking at that like, I don't know.
What did he say about the impact of that in getting rhabdo or sickle cell trait?
Well, that's why he published those articles because now they're making it more aware. It's actually so when I did my last talk at Camp Roberts, one of the guys in there was a recruiter, or he had seen it on the documentation that sickle cell trait is a question because it's on the annual physical, and also rhabdomyolysis is on the questionnaire now.
Wow.
So they're asking soldiers as they doing this retesting that they started this in 2020, especially the Army. They're those questions are now on the physical to check the box if you know you're a trait carrier and if you've ever experienced rhabdomyolysis. So
Right.
that's huge, right? So now
That's a big
I'm getting
deal.
students that come into the class and I bring it up and I ask those questions, and soldiers have heard that now or seen it on the
That's really amazing.
documentation. Yeah.
That's amazing because it's bringing that awareness.
Yes.
is preparing and prepping people. You know, that being a soldier, the part of the point is to be able to do certain things, right?
Yeah.
That is part of the point. And so the thing is, you can still do those things,
Yes.
but when you know that this is a factor, you account for it. That's all. And that's what the push has been.
Yeah. It's. I'm just grateful, as we share. You know, the needle is moving, in a lot of these areas, and I'm just grateful that you know that's happening, and
Me
as
too.
you've experienced, maybe one day this conversation will live on, or will be done, and move on to something else, right?
Right,
You
right,
know,
right. Possibly. Excuse me for that.
yeah, no,
Right.
you know, I just pray that I
Exactly.
pray that we get a campaign similar to the AIDS campaign where everybody across the world is aware when you say
People
HIV or
already
AIDS.
know, and then it's just a matter of taking care of it.
Exactly. That's
You know,
ultimately.
it's just a matter of taking care of it, putting into play what needs to be put into play to keep people safe.
Yes.
It's not that you can't experience your life and reach for the goals that you're looking for. It's knowing what those risks are. Everybody has something hiding
Mm-hmm.
in their genes, and when you know what that something is, you can account for it. You can
Yeah.
prep for it. You can take the vitamins, the minerals, the nutrients, the herbal teas, and if complications arise, you can be prepared for how to minimize the damage. And that's the key for me as we look at this conversation.
Yeah.
Is we're not looking at it as you're weaker because of it, and so you can't do this or that athletic thing or military participation or whatever it is that you're looking to do can be done with the knowledge to prepare you in which ways these various conditions can affect and impact you,
Yes.
that you're already ahead of it before you get started. You know, we say hydrate, 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 for example. And how much hydration is there and what kind of hydration?
Right.
You know, what are you doing with your water, for example? You know, it's just a lot. There's a lot. And it's exciting because we're actually making a difference in people's lives here, boots on the ground. And that's the goal. You know, we all have something. But at least we know what that something is for this particular population, and we can address it.
No doubt. You know, again, before I let you go, you know, is there like just a key something? You know, what's on your heart as we end this Sickle Cell Awareness Month that you want to point out about sickle trait? If there's one thing that you want people to remember you by or to know you as a trait doctor, what is that one thing that you want people to make sure that they remember?
That I got them healthier so that the trait was something they live with rather than dying from.
Yeah. You know, they say we can write our names on the hearts of people. You know, and so
Yeah.
I believe we've done that for our sickle cell trait conversation. That people will know us for
Pray so.
those
Pray so.
conversations.
You know,
So
and just getting people need to come to the website, get their consultations. You know, I think we at the inscription part of this discussion, we are here for those people who typically, historically, have had an estranged relationship with the healthcare system.
yeah,
So for people to know that we're not going to brush them off, we're not going to minimize,
right,
none of that. You know, we're not going to pretend or play any games. We're going to look for what is the truth. Is sickle cell your issue? Is rhabdo your issue?
right,
And if it is, what can we do that will make your life fuller and still allow you to reach for what you're trying to reach for?
exactly.
And that's, you know, we can't do that, though, without the people reaching out. You know, I can't bust up in the spot and make you, to make somebody consult with me.
Well, thank you for tonight. I appreciate you, Dr. Maisha, for taking time out. We got
Yeah.
this is not just a month for us. This is 365, 24/7.
Yes.
So thank you for your time.
It's
Shouts
all
out
the
to your
time.
family. your backbone of your family, and helping you and supporting you. So thank you for tonight.
Yes, yes. It's been a wonderful journey. You know, we have the trait tribe quarterly now, and we have, we also participated in trade space,
Yes.
and getting the conversation from so many angles. Ms. Nikki with the Chris Johnson Foundation, everybody, as one, everybody is still out here trying to really get the message out there. And I think it's coming.
Yeah.
That's what I see with the recent developments, is that people are starting to understand that this is it's real.
It's real life.
It's not in your head. It is real, but we can help you with it. And that's what.
Thank you. All right, Dr.
Get us to your athletes and your soldiers sooner rather than later.
Yes. Yes, we coming. We there. Thank you, Dr. Maisha, for your time. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I'm honored, and y'all have a beautiful night.
Thank you. Again,
all right.
Thank you. You're tuned into the Farron Dozier Show on KCAA Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Oh, make sure you catch me on Wednesdays at MB Radio. That's right, MB Radio. The Farron Dozier Show is over there. You can go check us out on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. on the East Coast. Matter of fact, up next is my next guest who's going to be coming up here, who is from the station over there. So let me play this public service announcement, and then we'll be right here with our next guest on the Farron Dozier Show on KCA Radio 106.5 FM. And if you want more information about sickle cell trait, WDCONSCT.org. That is our foundation. Dr. Maisha is my board member, and Tiana as well. We are the three of us, but we're not the Beatles. But we are taking this conversation. I really, truly appreciate them for their support and for their help in helping me manage this and keep me on the path and making sure as a patient advocate, my conversation doesn't go too far off. I'm pretty focused on my portion of this, my conversation. I don't really venture off into much that I'm not able to speak from. I don't talk about it. I speak from it. And so I'm very appreciative to have these two ladies supporting me in this foundation work as we bring up all these different topics around sickle cell trait. Are we having a problem right now with the thing? All right, so check this out. What do you want to do? You want to play it? What do you want to do? This is the Farron Dozier Show on.
Muchos de nosotros nos vemos afectados por la enfermedad de células falciformes a diario y un número creciente simplemente no nos damos cuenta. Los impactos de esta enfermedad afectan a todas las personas y en especialmente a las personas de color y con antecedentes diversos. Estar en servicio conmigo y con los demás a medida que creamos una mayor conciencia sobre cómo identificar y dirigir el tratamiento de los rasgos de células falciformes y ayudar a las familias a saber cómo superar el trastorno de células falciformes. wdconsct.org. Gracias por su atención.
When I'm overwhelmed within from the weight of all my sin, I need a friend to call my own. When I'm broken down inside and there's nowhere else to hide, I need a place where I feel known. Can someone help me? Then I hear you reply, bringing teardrops to my eyes.
All right, welcome back to the Farron Dozier Show on KCAA Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Again, streaming from the KCAA Radio.com website, the station that leaves no listener behind. Shouts out to Dr. Maisha. Again, if you need more information about sickle cell trait, WDCONSCT.org. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my next guest tonight, I just want to acknowledge him and say, thank you for allowing me to bring my military talk show to the station of MB Radio. I met H. I don't know how we found each other, or somehow, and then I was a guest. And then 2021, right after the pandemic was, kind of calming down a little bit, and then went on the show, did a talk, just hit it off, and it was an opportunity to have my show on their platform. But at the time, I had like 5 shows going on, and I was just trying to figure out how the heck I was going to put these shows together and manage it. So I think it took like from 21 to 23. And then I finally reached out to him and was like, you know what? Okay, is opportunity available still? He said yes. And, here we are on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. on MB Radio, the Military Broadcast Radio. H, how are you, man?
You know what? I tell you what, I got to play my theme song. Real quick. Hold on.
I dropped it.
I'm good, man. How are you doing? It's always a pleasure talking to you, man. I
Man,
tell you what,
same.
you give me good vibes before I even get on. Let me give you some good vibes. I tell you what, one person that I respect a wholeheartedly a lot in this world is definitely you. And the reason why is because you have taught me. Now, I can't pronounce the shit still, okay? I can't pronounce it, but you have taught me a lot about single cell trait. And like I said, I can't pronounce it.
It's good.
But you've taught me a lot about that. And, as, you talk about me kind of like being a mentor and stuff, with my walk with Christ, you have definitely been a mentor and a battle buddy, especially at 3 a.m., 2 a.m., with me second guessing myself like a lot of us military people
Yes.
do.
Yes.
You've always been there. So, you're not too far from the tree with me, So
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
To God be the glory. Thank you for that, H. I appreciate you. Do
You're
me a
welcome.
favor. Introduce yourself to the listeners, man.
All right. Well, I like to go by H. Okay. And the reason why I like to go by H is because when I tell people that my name is Joel Hunt, for some reason, people like to say, "Oh, hello, Joel." No, it's not Joel. Joel, okay? And then when they're like, "Oh, Joel, huh?" I'm like, "Joel, like in the Bible." And they're like, "The Bible?" And then I'm like, "Okay, we're not even going to go there. All right, we're going to make this nice and public and just, you know what? It's easy for you to pronounce H, so just say H,
So,
okay?
so now you know how I felt with Farron as my name and having to change it to Farron because people call mine Farron and Fahrenheit and all these other names except for what my name was. So
You know what?
now
I'm
I
guilty.
embraced it.
I'm
Now,
guilty. I'm
now,
guilty. I call you fair. It's short.
but
Sometimes
it is Farron. But I've changed it to Farron for so many years now. When people say Farron, I just correct them or leave it alone. And then when I say Farron, they're like, "Oh, I thought your name was Farron." I'm like, you know what? It's the same. I accept it both. Man, do me a favor. Let's talk about who was Joel growing up.
I'll tell you what. Both of my parents were very loving,
Yeah.
and I was brought up in a Christian home. My grandpa, I tell you what, nobody was a bigger Christian than my grandfather.
Mm.
He told me stories wherein, he went outside to the garage and he caught a robber in his garage.
What?
And he told me that instead of him calling the police and getting mad, he's like, I don't want you to go in hell. I want to I want to give you these tools because I don't want you feeling bad. Evidently,
Wow.
you stealing, you need it more than I do. So I'm going to go ahead and let you have it.
Wow.
He is an ultimate Christian, and I try to my day to day. I try to be like him. It's very hard, especially in a cynical world like we're in
Oh,
right now.
tell me about it. Tell
It
me
really
about it.
is. It
Tell
really
me about
is.
it.
Um, but I was born in a Christian family. My 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 grandfather he was my hero when it came to my walk through with Christ and stuff.
Yeah.
And you know my 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 parents worked hard,
Yeah.
but they were poor.
Yeah.
Okay, and when I say poor, okay,
Yeah.
I mean poor. Like I know the recipe on how to make I know the recipe on how to make tomato soup with ketchup packets and water.
Yeah.
I know the recipe on how to make, and I still don't like it, but sauerkraut and sausage.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Wow.
Um, and it was with sauerkraut and sausage, stuffed pepper. Well, those were the three things that we really that I kind of survived on.
Yeah.
That and oatmeal in the morning. None of this little apples and pieces. Quaker. No, we were
Yeah.
talking about the raw
Not none of that.
Quaker. Yeah, exactly. You
Man,
know.
thank you. Thank you. Again, your relatedness. My grandfather was the preacher and the pastor of the family, so I definitely know that those seeds that he planted as in me as a child is what
Yeah.
you see today. So I thank you for acknowledging that. The grandparents. Um, you know, I got this picture of you standing next to this Humvee, man. What even had you even look at the military for an opportunity, or what was that going on in your life to choose the army?
I tell you what, Farron, I would love to sit here and tell you that, I was motivated to join the military to serve my country and blah, 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 but
No.
that's not the case, okay? The real case was, and keep in mind, we live in a different society than back then,
Yes.
okay? But when everybody was getting their SATs, their acceptance letters and all this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I started getting scared because I wasn't getting crap. And I didn't want to be a 21 reject living at home.
Mm.
I went to a friend of mine that he had just gotten done with football, just graduated. I met him at Chi Chi's. If that doesn't age me, I don't know what does. And he was working at Chi Chi's, and I went over to him, and we was gonna hang out, and we went into his house, and he had beer bottles and
Mm-mm.
weed and stuff all over the place. That didn't bother me. What bothered me is he had lawn furniture as furniture, and I'm like, okay. Now I'm not saying that that's a bad thing.
I
I'm
know,
not saying
not at
that's a
all.
bad
But I
thing,
think I would have joined the military too for that one.
right? I didn't want that for
I
me.
didn't want that for you. Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
I didn't want that for me. So I got scared and I joined the military. And I would say I milked the government for a good 5 or 6 years, and then the towers came down,
Yeah.
and then I kind of got scared, and I'm like, well, hey,
Yeah.
I milked the government for 5 6 years. I might as well go ahead and deploy and get this stuff over with. So
Yeah.
I was kind of a yes sir kind of guy.
Yeah.
I never really talked back. My father always told me if you fight against the system,
You're right.
the system's just gonna fight back. So
Thank you.
you
Thank
just
you.
might as well.
He
You
pops
just
is
might
right.
as well, just might as well walk the walk, and then after you walk the walk, then you can complain
Yeah,
about
he
it.
was. Your pops was right.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I did. And I tell you, the movie that I watched before going in the military. This tells you how smart I was. The movie that I went to before I deployed to Iraq was Saving Private Ryan.
Oh
Yeah, that
my
definitely was not a
gosh,
good
that
movie to
was not
watch.
the one. I don't even know why you picked. I don't know why you picked that one. You could have picked something else
I
besides
know, right? Like Stripes or something. That's
Stripes and
classic.
something. Dirty Dozen. I don't know. Something.
So I went to Iraq, and I ended up doing 3 rotations, and like my friend Bobby Hinlin always says, that third rotation was a big
Yeah.
bang,
Yeah,
and
man.
I
Thank
got
you.
hurt,
Thank you for that.
and when I got hurt, I didn't think much of it.
Yeah.
I didn't think much of supporting or doing stuff for veterans
Yeah.
until I was wearing the shoes.
Yeah.
And, no matter who you are, and you have to understand this when you get in an argument with anybody with anything,
Yeah.
you have to understand that, if they're not affected by it,
Yeah.
they're not going to support it.
Yeah. That's unfortunately, with again the way society and the system is set up, and it's so important. And I want to say, acknowledge and say thank you, for taking your experience and pushing through it, and to get to be in front of us today, right? Even on this show of what you've been through. Um, I got a couple more questions before I let you go that I want people to get a sense to know you about. If you can answer, we do have a campaign for the love of dogs, and it's inspired by my dog passing away or being put down, Daisy. And then most recently, seem to be in the same space as us. So before you get out of here, what do you want to say about the dog community and your love for dogs?
I tell you what, man, I got a confession to make.
Yeah.
Barrett's been passed away since June 19th.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't opened up that
Okay.
cremation vase.
Yeah, I feel you.
I still have it. It's over there collecting dust. There's little dust bunnies on the handle,
I feel
And
you.
my wife said something to me the other day. She's like, are you gonna open this and you're gonna put it on the handle? And I'm like, I'm not ready yet.
Yeah. Thank you.
It makes me kind of feel better
Yeah.
if I just like, you know what? He's just outside like doing something. He just hasn't came in,
Right.
I miss him. I miss him so much. See, I'm allergic to cats, and we
Yeah.
have this cat that's a stray outside.
Yeah.
And I've been like scooping little leftovers, on a little plate, and feeding him on the outside.
Oh, there you go.
And I got mad
There
at my
you
wife
go.
today because I told her, I'm like, there's rules, okay? You can't go.
There you go.
You can't do that, all right? We're feeding it. It's not a pet, all right? We're feeding it. That's it,
Okay. I'm gonna bring you back for more time because I got I got my we're gonna go into our sports segment here in a
Oh, okay,
second.
my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. So I want to ask you. You sent me a picture that's on the flyer of you in an Olympic outfit.
Yeah, I
Touch
shouldn't have
on that
sent
real
that.
quick.
I shouldn't have sent that. You told me to send you 3 pictures. I knew this was a sports show, so I sent you something that had to do with sports.
You
I should, and I'll tell you why I don't like talking about it.
why?
I don't like talking about it, and I don't like telling people that
Why?
I'm a veteran because I want people to respect me and to look at me for
What?
me. For me,
What?
well, yeah, for not
What are
for
you
what I
talking
have
about?
done, not for what I've done, but for my walk.
Come
You know,
on.
I mean, that's the reason why I don't really talk about it very much.
Come on.
Yeah,
Seriously?
seriously,
Well, I appreciate you for sharing that. Do you want to say what it is before I let you go at least? You danced around my question.
All right. Well, so I was very fortunate that when I left the military, and I didn't really leave the military on my terms. I don't consider getting retired medical discharge on
Same
my
here.
terms, right?
Same here.
And but I was very fortunate that God gave me the chance to represent my country in another form, another way, a second chance.
Yeah.
And I did that when I went to Sochi, Russia in 2014.
Yep.
And I became 24th in the world for giant slalom.
Man. Check this out.
That's pretty damn awesome. My man.
He just wanted to dance around that, Rob. He just wanted to dance around.
Hey, look at him being all modest.
I know. I just want
24th
people
in the
to know
world.
me for who I am.
Hey, if I was 24th in the world, I would have did like a whole little like poster, magazine spread,
Calendar.
like straight counter, all baby oil and everything, man.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I'm a firm believer that if you're not humble and you brag about stuff, that God will take that away. God will take that away. So he, glory to God. He's the one that gave me that talent. He's the one that gave me that ability, and that's for him to brag, not for me to brag.
H, man, we
feel that.
appreciate that, man. Thank you for tonight, man. I got to get you back for more conversations so we get more in depth about your life before, during, and after service, man. But thank you. Shouts out. Make sure you go to MB Radio, the platform, and check out H, man. He is the one behind the scenes with his team. Everything you see, he's got his hands in there, and he's helping us, supporting us, providing this platform for veterans and for first responders and their families that have a show. You know, I'm very appreciative. Out in Denver and Colorado. So, man, thank you, H.
I appreciate it, Farron. And one last thing.
Yeah.
This is to all the listeners that are veterans and first responders. Remember, there are veterans out there that need your help and that they need empowered. And sometimes it's not about being in front of the camera. Sometimes it's about following up and doing stuff behind the camera.
Hey, that's it right there, man. Thank you, H.
Farron, love you.
I'll see you
I'll say battle.
on the socials. Take care. All right, this is the Farron Dozier Show on KCA Radio 106.5 FM, 10 a.m. We're about to get into some sports collective. We got In the Zone right here, Robert Lamar. So play the PSA, man, and just sit right back because we got some time left. Shout us out. What's the count?
Do you remember studying sickle cell in biology class? What's the Count on Sickle Cell Trait Prevention is here to bring you awareness, education, and prevention conversations around the risk factors of this inherited gene. Visit wdconsct.org.
All right, welcome back to the Farron Dozier Show on KCA Radio 106.5 FM, 10:50 a.m. We are now in Sports Collective TV, media, and radio. Make sure you go to Instagram at Sports Collective Media. Check us out. Make sure you want to be a guest, athletes, coaches, parents, want to talk sports with us. We accept all dialogues here on the Farron Dozier Show, Sports Collective. Robert Lamar's in the building. What's up, man?
Today was a very important day for me. Well, not really for me, but for my son.
Yeah. What? We got some announcements.
Well, he had a combine today.
What?
At the district.
What?
I've been trying to get him to that venue.
Yeah.
Finally got him in.
Yeah.
He got baptized today.
What?
Yeah. It's like that over there, man.
What?
Yeah, I'm so proud of him how he competed today.
Yeah.
I mean, just grinded.
Yeah.
Because all these kids that were there, they've been playing organized ball. They are in the full swing of things.
Yeah.
He's just going off of just being raw.
What? Raw talent?
Like, and the little bit of coaching I've given him, but he's getting, professional coaching. I mean, the kids are getting professional coaching.
Yeah.
He's getting me, and he's getting better. And I sent him over there, and, he struggled on some stuff because it's structured.
Yeah, for sure.
So he's never dealt with that before.
Yeah.
But then, the stuff that we were, working on directly translated to certain drills.
Really?
And he excelled in those drills.
Really?
And just to see him kind of, get his confidence that, I belong here.
Yeah.
I can do this here.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
That was
took
good.
me.
You seen that?
That took me up
See,
here,
you seen that?
man.
See, when you're present with your children
Man.
and you're connected, Pops, you can see that, right? You saw
Man.
that transition.
It's so crazy because it just makes me realize, okay, for his journey, what more I need to do.
Yeah.
And it's just trying to figure out how to make that happen, because if he can get some consistency in his growth, oh, my God.
Proud father, y'all. This is what a proud dad sounds like right here.
Oh, it was so dope, man. It was so dope. It was really dope.
That's
I was
cool.
that was the best part of my day because, even though it's still bang, bang, not gang, but we did everything to not bang, bang today. It was despicable. And it's like Brock Purdy.
We're not supposed to have dead air, bro.
He is dead air. He deserves that. I mean, yeah, you're right, but geez Louise.
Oh, gosh.
He sucked today. He absolutely sucked today. He's sorry. You're paying him $50 million to do that? You could have paid me 95% of that, and I could have did that.
You could have done better than that.
I could have done comparable. It was crap. And then shout out to you Cowboy fans who celebrating our loss, because that's your biggest win of your day. You guys had a whole game today that you guys are actually winning, but your biggest win was us losing. So congratulations, losers. We lost, and you're happy. You go to work with a smile on your faces tomorrow, knowing that the Bang Bang Niner gang lost today.
Is that okay?
It is what it is. Let them have it. because we can't do anything about it. We lost. So we got to sit here and take it. That's it. We just got to sit here and take it. But, you know, it is what it is. And the funny part is they're going to have another win because they're winning right now. So if we lose, I mean, since we lost and they might win their game, they won 2 games today.
Oh, my God.
That's crazy. Or is it tied? My God, it's tied. Ha ha. I hope you guys lose. I hope you lose to the guy who you guys let go.
It is not over.
It's not over. And then to top it off, it's like you're playing against Micah. Micah should still be a Cowboy. But you guys are weirdos. And you let him go because you thought that your plastic surgeon boss can play games with him.
Did you call them weirdos?
Oh, they're weirdos, man. I have a problem with Michael being a Green Bay Packer. I have a huge problem with that. He's Green Bay. Can you send him to Cincinnati or something or Cleveland? Why are you sending him to freaking Green Bay? Green Bay's good.
Maybe it was I don't know.
They got collateral. They got draft picks
that's what I'm
and
saying.
stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Would you not, as an owner, would you not do that?
No, I'm signing him because what I get in return for him probably isn't going to be better than him. Michael's a great player.
Yeah,
he's a great player. Oh, he doesn't do good against the run. Cool story. What pass rusher is elite against the run? Not many.
Not many.
I mean, Derek Thomas was like one of the best defensive ends before, he got into that tragic car accident.
Yeah.
He got into that car accident on his way to the Super Bowl.
Was that when that was?
The Rams and the Titans?
That was?
The Rams in Tennessee. He got in a car accident that day, I believe.
Dang.
That's when he died. But everybody knew you can run on Derek Thomas. You can run right at him. He wasn't going to do anything. But don't have to pass that ball.
Yeah.
It was over.
It was, yeah.
Your Steelers won today.
I had to speak at church today, so I didn't really get any football.
Oh,
Yeah,
you guys,
I'm not even
y'all
gonna
did
lie.
the thing. A lot of terrible towels. Your quarterback played good. Good win, Steelers. Steelers look good today.
We'll see. I'll wait till later in the season to see how they play out.
Well, you don't got Russ this year messing up the season because y'all was balling, and then Russ stopped cooking.
He did a little bit at the start when
At
he
the
got
start,
there.
but then at the end, it's just like Russ was done cooking.
Yeah.
There was no more food.
I don't know.
Let me ask KCA a problem here. Why is there so many mosquitoes in here? Do we got to get a mosquito zapper?
We need a zapper. We need a sponsor for a zapper. He's not even listening to us.
Yes, hello, sponsors. If you guys are a mosquito pesticide company or whatever,
Western.
hey, we will promote that because we seem to have a lot in here.
Rob was in the background like,
I'm the worst for TV because I will kill everything when it comes to bugs.
hey, we streaming on video. Hey, this is real life, y'all.
Yeah, this is real.
life.
I don't want to get bit.
We need a zapper up in here, bro. Like 99-cent store type something.
Something.
Some papers.
Tennis racket, like an electric one. Something.
Oh, that one is live.
That one is super light. Just like
We're going to definitely find a sponsor for the mosquitoes.
How was church today, man?
Man, church was actually good, man. It was usually I do second Sunday. However, they asked me to switch it because of Hispanic Heritage Month, and they celebrate on the second Sunday. So I did today.
What are they doing for Hispanic Heritage Month?
There was a guest speaker
Okay,
from the Hispanic community who delivered a message on second Sunday a couple Sundays ago. So
that's what's up.
usually it's fourth Sunday, but they switched it. So
Oh, okay.
I switched till today, and so I delivered my message today at church. It was really good.
Did you pray for me?
Always, bro.
Thank you, because I need it.
Always, always.
Your boy Robert Lamar got some stuff he needs to be praying for. So
There you go.
we gotta get with that.
You gotta ask for forgiveness though.
I always
the
have.
the prayers ain't no good if you got stuff in the way. So you gotta start clearing
You're right. It's just but
you got them landmark tools. You know how to take responsibility for your actions. Do we gotta have that talk?
nah, let's not do that right now
All right,
because
well,
I'm not
just say,
taking no responsibility for what's going down.
Your prayers, you want your prayers to be delivered, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta make sure it's all the mailbox is
You
clear.
got to speak better. You got to speak better energy into the universe too.
I don't know about that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't do the energy talk, so I don't know about that one.
Oh man, you got to start, man.
No, I'm good.
Got to start.
No. So what's up with you? What's the plans for this coming week?
Sierra Canyon, Sarah and Sierra Canyon on Friday.
Ooh, where are they playing that?
Sierra Canyon.
Ooh.
It's like my second home.
Ooh.
You know I love Sierra Canyon. Hey, shout out to Sierra Canyon.
Ooh.
Shout out to my boy Dave. Shout out to my boy Big Bruce. Big Bruce is like the
Ooh.
big homie, man. He's that guy, man.
Ooh.
He call himself Jerry West because he's like he has orchestrated like a super team over there.
Yeah.
You know, Sierra Canyon is like number 5 in the country or something.
the country?
Or no, I think it's like number 7, number 8
That's still in the country?
in the country. Yeah, because they beat 2 Trinity League teams.
Oh.
Blew them out.
Oh.
Blew them out. They're saying the Sierra Canyon is
It's like a college.
well, they're saying that they're the closest threat to possibly beating Mater Dei or Bosco this year.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think I'm going to go to D1 championship this year. Even the semis is going to be cracking.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. And we about to start getting some of these ballers up in here big time. It's about to do. So if y'all want to get on this platform
Yep.
and be a part of like the numerous of stars that's come on here, tap in
The door is open.
because we coming.
The door
We
is
coming. So y'all gonna see what's up next week because we about to get it on.
open. You got any predictions, or you just gonna let that ride out?
So Sarah and Sierra Canyon is traditionally a really good game. Not this year.
No.
Sierra Canyon is gonna blow the brakes off
Oh
of them
my
this year.
gosh.
And then
What happened to Sarah?
it's not what happened to Sarah. It's that Sierra Canyon got that much better.
Oh. Cause Sarah was
Sarah got dogs.
been legit for years.
They
too.
still are.
Yeah.
It's just that Sierra Canyon went from this to this within the year, within the season.
Oh.
Like from last season
Yeah.
to this season. That's where they're
Oh,
at.
really?
Yeah,
It's
it's
a lot of development, skills,
players coming in.
Oh, that part.
Players coming in and developments. There's players there's been a lot of players that's been in that program.
Yeah.
So they're definitely developing. Sierra Canyon is known for developing. That's a lot of those players been there for 4 years. See, you're in Sierra Canyon. You want to be anywhere else in 4 years?
Well, no.
I mean, exactly. So, my son, if he has opportunity to go to Sierra Canyon, he might be there. See,
that would be lovely.
It'll be either there or DNA prep. One or two.
Listen to Pops.
Yeah.
Already there.
He's 11. he'll be in high school in 3 years.
You ain't
and
lying. That's going to go by fast.
Exactly. So that means that for these 3 years, I'm about to make it count.
Yeah.
Big time.
That's cool, man. We appreciate that. What's going on with the hat, the shirt?
We still rep.
Still repping that?
We still rep. Can't nobody tell me what I can and cannot rep. I've been doing this for 8 years. And,
Scholar Me Live.
Scholar Me was in
LA
the
Talk
building, man,
Live.
today. When I was at the district, somebody was like, oh, yeah, I remember, I was around for, Scholar Me's, first year with, DeAnthony Langston and all.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so you really were there.
Yeah.
Talking that. It was pretty cool. So, just to see that this still resonates with the community is a reason why I'm going to have to just start printing some stuff, printing them out. But, yeah. So that's really what it is, man. And let's see, what's the Cowboys, did they lay an egg?
Oh.
Please tell me it's in overtime. Jeez Louise, it's
there you go.
freaking
Sudden
overtime.
death.
Yeah, man.
Well, I appreciate you coming to hang out, man, tonight. Like I said, if you want to be a guest in the zone, 4th down, got the heme factor. Shouts out to Coach Will. Just hit us up.
We need an update on Coach Will in this girl modern day flag football team.
He's doing his thing over there.
Yeah, we need some of them girls.
Yeah. He going to work it out, no doubt.
We're going to see what's happening with them. We need them.
Cool, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning, listening in. Shouts out to the guest. Again, the Farron Dozier Show, KCA Radio 106.5 FM, 250 AM, Sports Collective TV, media, and radio segments right here, Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Shout out, what's the count? Appreciate y'all.
Do you remember studying sickle cell in biology class? What's the Count on Sickle Cell Trait Prevention is here to bring you awareness, education, and prevention conversations around the risk factors of this inherited gene. Visit wdconsct.org.
CAA.
In these